Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking about how to start a business in 2018. How do you do it? What is the process? So many people always think about maybe starting a business or open up their own business, whether it's a full-time business that you go all into or whether it's a side business. Not a lot of people know, like, what's the process? What's the thought process behind it? How do you actually do this, guys? So I'm here to teach you guys today exactly how to do it. We'll go through some examples, and I hope you guys absolutely learn a lot from this video and absolutely enjoy it. So when starting a business, what's the first thing? That's the first thing you got to do if you're starting a business, whether it's a side business, whether it's a full-time business. It's got to be the idea. So you got to have a spark. You got to have an idea of some kind. So we're going to put that up at the board right up here in the first bubble. Idea. Now the thing, and please excuse my sloppy handwriting, the thing you got to understand, and by the way, I'm a successful business owner. I have a real estate marketing company. I also have this YouTube channel that I built into a huge business that I never expected to build. So I'm a small business owner myself. So I've been through this and been through it recently because I started my real estate business the very end of 2015. I started this channel in 2016, and that started building into a business really this past year. So I've been through the rigmarole. I know what it's like to start a business. So I'm a small business owner, and I'm still in that thought process of being a small business owner, which is good because a lot of people that explain business, they're not very good at it because they already have built a big business, and so their mind's already so far out there that they forget what it's like to start. So the first thing, you got to have an idea. There's got to be the spark. There's got to be an idea. So many people think you need to come out with some gangbuster idea, like this needs to be blow you away type idea, the best idea ever. Absolutely not, guys. You can start a business off of a very simple idea and expand on it from there. It's not rocket science, guys. Business is not rocket science. If you want to, I don't know, create the next Facebook or something, multi-billion-dollar company, the next Amazon, you do need to have an idea that's way ahead of the times, and then you have to execute it, and you have to raise funding, and it's a very complicated thing. But for a basic small business, for your full-time business or side income business, a little side hustle business, does not need to be an amazing idea, guys. Simple stuff works. My real estate marketing company was not something complicated. It was like, let me think, more homes than ever need photos taken of them and videos and all these things. That's probably a good industry to go into. Let me do that. And I started that business, and that's not a rocket science idea. It was just a good idea and a decent, genre of business and whatnot. So not rocket science there, guys. So come up with your idea. So let's say maybe your idea is like you can build really good little kid bicycles, okay? You want to sell little kid bicycles. You know how to get the metal from whatever country, or maybe you get it from here in America. You know how to build these little bicycles, and you want to sell them for, I don't know, $100 a pop, and they maybe cost you $40 a piece to build and whatnot, and you think, I can do this, man, I can do this, I can sell these bicycles. Okay, so good, you got your idea, you're excited, you're going to start this bicycle business, so you're selling to little kids, right? Cool. Okay, so now at this point, now that you thought of the idea, now what you have to do is you got to think, how am I going to get customers? So many people get all excited about an idea and they don't remember, well, how the hell am I going to get customers? So that needs to be your next bubble here. Customers. You guys probably can't read that, but you know what it is. So you're trying to get customers. You're trying to get customers. Well, how do you get these customers? So if you're starting, let's say you're starting that little bicycle business, you're selling to little kids. How are you going to get customers? Well, you can try to, get friends and family to be your first customers and things like that. You can try to start a website and do, some of the tag titles and some of those kinds of things. So maybe you can show up in rankings. So when people type in kids bike or kids bicycle or whatever, maybe it comes up there. Something very smart to do is now we have social media and so many people put out all this information. You could do advertising campaigns around moms 28 years old to 38 years old who have kids at home, because guess what? How many hundreds of millions of people are on Facebook? Is a great platform to do something like that, and put that they have kids. It's ridiculous, guys. So you could target specifically in your own state if you want, so the shipping wouldn't be high, because obviously you're gonna have to ship these bicycles around. You could target your own state first and foremost. You could target women 28 to 38 years old who preferably have kids under 5 years old or under 10 years old or something like that, if that's what you're selling your bicycle bicycles to. So you spend your money on those advertising campaigns, make them as good as possible, make them want to buy that bike. You know, obviously if you're building in America and it's built in that hometown, you need to make sure you're advertising that. Hey, my bicycles, they're built here in Idaho, you know, your hometown, built right here. And so people will justify, oh man, this bike's like $60 more than the bike I go get at Target or Walmart. But hey, this one's built here. It's probably built really well. And then you go from there, guys. And then you start having people review it and whatnot. So you think about customer. You got to have a realistic way of getting customers. When I started my real estate marketing company, I was thinking, how am I going to get customers? Well, I'm going after realtors. Realtors need to be my customers. Pretty easy to get realtor contact information. Like, that's not rocket science. Everybody that's a realtor wants their phone numbers out there, wants their email addresses out there. That's how you can contact them. So you got to think about how you're going to acquire customers, guys. That is so key. Okay. Once you have an idea, now you have customers figured out. Now you can start figuring out like pricing. So now you can start figuring out, you know, what products and what pricing. So we'll call this P. So products, pricing, or services. We could put PSP there. Pricing's your services you're going to have, and what's your exact pricing you're going to have. You got to think about. You got to do some market research. You want to do some market research. So if you're in that bicycle business, you got to see if there's comparable bicycles that are made here in the United States that are for little kids. What are they selling for? What are they selling for? And generally speaking, you probably want to undercut their prices. You probably want to come underneath them if it's the same quality or something similar quality, because it's just going to be easier that way, guys. Now, obviously, you don't want to compare yourself to the Chinese-made bicycle at the local Target or Walmart, because you'll never be able to compete with them with price. Plus, you're banking that you have a superior quality, or you think you have a superior quality, so you want a higher price point at that point, guys. So you got to think about what are your different products and services. What's your pricing gonna be? Okay, so you got your idea now. You got your way figured out on how you're going to acquire customers. You got your products and services figured out. You got pricing figured out there. So now what you want to figure out is, now you got to go ahead and you got to go and get your documentation. So you got to get a business license, okay? So from your local state. So we'll say business license. So you need to get your business license there. You also need to get insurance maybe on your business. So we'll just put I here for insurance. So your business license, so generally almost every state requires, I'm pretty sure every state, and if you live in the United States, probably in Europe, same thing, they all require generally a business license. So you want to think, do you want to be a sole proprietor, which is good for most people just starting a business, or do you want to be an LLC, or do you want to be something like an S Corp? An S Corp is very good because of some tax purposes, and we won't get into too heavy on this because I don't want to bore you guys with all that mumbo jumbo, but just make sure you look into S Corp once you've reached like year 2 or 3 of being in business and it's been successful, because you can do a lot of pass-through income that doesn't have to get taxed the same way here in America that sole proprietor gets taxed. But for most people, sole proprietor and LLC is probably the way to go off the bat. It's pretty simple to set up. And then you got to think about insurance. Do you need insurance for that business? Is it the type of business that you have to have insurance for? Or are there any other type of licenses you need to get other than just a business license? Maybe there is, for if you're selling those bikes. Maybe there's some type of, I don't know, bicycle manufacturing license you have to get or something. I have no clue. That you've got to look up. You got to think about, do you need insurance? Maybe you would need insurance for that bicycle business, because what happens if some kid's rolling down and then, I don't know, the bike falls apart and he gets hurt severely and then the parents want to sue you? You got to think about that. What type of insurance you want, and also your business format, whether you're an LLC, S Corp, or something like that, or a sole proprietor. That's going to depend a lot about lawsuits and things like that, guys. So you got to think about insurance, especially if you're in something where you're selling something that somebody could get hurt. You know, you're selling, I don't know, chairs, wooden chairs. You know, what happens if one of those legs broke and then somebody wants to sue you because they said it wasn't put together right at the manufacturing facility or something? So think about that. You've got to get your business license generally with your state. Think about, make sure you research if you know any other licenses you need to get, and think about, do you need a special type of insurance? Do you need to get licensed and insured or bonded for that type of business, guys? So think about that. Then from there, you're all set up. So now you can actually start you've officially started your business. You got your insurance if you need that. You got your businesses. You got your pricing figured out. You got your customers figured out. You got your idea. Now you can actually start executing. So now you got to start executing, guys. So now you got to start doing those Facebook campaigns we talked about and whatever other type of social media campaigns you want to do, and start advertising on YouTube your bicycles. You know, you can advertise on YouTube for 2, 3, 4 cents a click, guys, and it's here in the United States. So you got to start executing on that game plan, and hopefully you got some money backing you. You know, maybe at least a couple $1,000s would be nice. But even if you got a few $100s, that can still get you some pretty good advertising. But when you're advertising, and we're kind of talking about advertising for getting customers here for this specific one, because I think it would be really intelligent with the bicycle business. You gotta make sure you don't go all in right off the bat. Don't, you know, if you got $500 to spend on advertising, don't spend $500 on Facebook the very first day, okay? You wanna spend $10 the first day on something and see, did I get any customers from that? Then spend another $10 on maybe a little differently. Did you get any customers from that? Then maybe $10 on YouTube. Did you get any customers? And kind of adjust and see which ones actually worked and which ones didn't. And so experiment, guys. And then it's off after that. Then you've got your whole business. You've officially started a business now. You've officially started. And then you can just start adapting if you need to and things like that, and build the business and come out with other products and services once you get it built. Things like that, guys. But that is the core fundamentals to starting a business in 2018 or whatever year you want to start. Idea, okay? Then you got to figure out, how am I going to get customers? How am I actually going to get, what's the realistic ways to get customers? What are all the different ways of getting them? What are the products and services and pricing I'm going to specifically have on these products? What type of business licenses do I need to have other than my state one? Do I need insurance for this business? Do I need to be bonded for this type of business? And then execute after that, guys. So that is the simplest way. It's not rocket science to start a business, guys. It's really not. It's rocket science if you want to be a billionaire someday from your business. Not rocket science to start a business and succeed. You just got to be willing to have a good strategy, adapt that strategy, and put in the work. You do those 3 things, guys, you're going to succeed. It's no more complicated than that. Literally, it's not more complicated than that, guys. Have a good idea, execute on that idea, work your ass off toward it, and that's all you need. That's literally all you need, guys. So I hope this absolutely helped you today, understanding how to start a business in 2018. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me in that comment section if there's any business you want to start in 2018 or now, even at this video is coming out toward the end of 2017. So let me know if there's any type of business you guys are planning on starting anytime soon. I would love to hear from you guys in that comment section on your different business ideas on something you're pursuing. And if you're pursuing it as a full-time business or more like a side business, side hustle type thing, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching and have a great day.